So now let's see whether we can identify the Mediterranean water in measurements. Okay, where does it start? Where does it go? And what's the special characteristic of this water? If you look at the top left diagram, you can see it has a low salinity. Okay, it has a much lower salinity, almost 1 unit less compared to the central water that you find in other locations. So let's just have a look at observations at horizontal distributions, but not at the surface, at 2 different depth horizons. So we now have a cake. We have 3 cakes. Okay, temperature is the top one, salinity the middle one, dissolved oxygen the bottom one, and we cut them horizontally and open them up. One at 150 to 200 meters is quite a big cake, right? Yeah. On the other one at between 300 and 450 meters. And look at the structure. Okay, and we can see specific structures. For example, temperature. You can see that there is the signature of this water. It's a lower temperature. Okay, and you can see the connection this temperature tongue has to the region to the north of Australia. Okay, you can see that at both depth horizons. Okay, and you can see the spreading direction. It spreads westward. Okay? It spreads westward. Salinity. Let's have a look at the salinity. And see the spreading, low salinity water spreading westward. This is the spreading. This is an outflow of water from the Australasian Mediterranean Sea, and that justifies the use of the word Mediterranean Sea. Okay, it's an outflow. It's not a surface outflow, it's an outflow that takes place at depth, and it has a low salinity, but what actually supports this water to stay at that depth is the temperature. It's colder. That keeps it at that depth. Okay? In dissolved oxygen, you can't hardly see what the significance is of that, because if you look at the salinity field, the outflow actually is zonally, and also these lines are, the contours are zonal. You know, it's essentially, you know, I'm unsure what it does to the dissolved oxygen. So it's sort of, you know, it runs around a front that separates low oxygen waters of the North Indian Ocean from higher oxygen values south in the southern part. All right, yay.